chaps and chapesses. It is approximately 6:15 on, Friday, September the 5th. And here in the UAE, it is a public holiday because it is the birthday of the Prophet Muhammad. I decided to take this day and do a little tour of the UAE on, let me see if I can get it for you, Alba, my new motorbike. So I'm going to be going to various places, but the first port of call is a restaurant called the 1484, which is called that because it's 1,484 meters above sea level, and it's the top of a beautiful twisty road in Ras Al Khaimah. Now you actually have to book a table at the restaurant, otherwise there's a barrier that doesn't let you go all the way up to the top. So it's approximately 171 kilometers, should take me a couple of hours, and it is just a great way to start. And I'm going to stop there, have breakfast, so I'll speak to you when I get there. Now, like most motorbike journeys, they tend to start off with a very, very long, straight section to get you to where the interesting places are. So that's the bit that we're on now. Now, the road up to the 1484 restaurant, I have been on that before in a car, but it was spectacular. So I'm really looking forward to doing it on the bike. Later on today, we're going to take the coast road to Fujairah. Now I've never done that road by car or bike, so I'm really interested. It's supposed to be quite spectacular. The combination of mountains and deserts and sea. It's supposed to be some big tunnels. And there's another couple of things which we should see when we're going around, and I'll talk about them when we get through there. But one of the really nice things you see when you're coming along this road is the Sharjah Mall. You see it over there on the right hand side. It really is a beautiful building. It was built in 1970, but didn't actually open until 1971, and for me it's one of the most beautiful buildings around. I really like it, and it's particularly impressive when you see it at night time. So such an absolutely beautiful building, really super. And it's always good seeing it in the morning with the sun behind it, or as I said, seeing it at night when it's lit up and it's just so beautiful. So that's probably the only thing of interest that we're going to see as we drive along this road. This is the E611 Emirates Road, and yeah, we're pretty much going to be going along this road until we turn up into the mountains. Now, because I'm a complete idiot, I've just realised that when I jumped on the bike, I was so interested in getting the cameras and everything all set up that I forgot to tighten the strap of my helmet. So you might have heard a little bit of clicking. That was actually my helmet strap swinging around in the wind when I stood up to get a better view. So I'm going to tighten up my helmet, and then I'm going to switch off to conserve the batteries. Okay, so we are now turned off the long, boring straight road, that brings you from Dubai to here, and we've just turned off for the turning for Jebel. Jace, you can see here the beautiful mountains that are now surrounding us, and we have about another, I think it's about 39 kilometers to get up to the restaurant. So I will be switching the camera back on once we get up to the twisties, but I have to say I absolutely love being in the mountains in this part of the world. There's nothing there, there's hardly any vegetation, but it's just these fantastic rock formations that come up from the ground. Everything seems flat, and then just a couple hundred meters away you have these towering mountains of stone. I'm pretty sure that Itchy Boots would be able to tell us exactly how these mountains were formed, and in the vaguest possibility that she might one day watch this video, Noralie, could you please write in the comments how the mountain range in Ras Al Khaimah in the United Arab Emirates were formed? That would be really cool if you could do that. Thanks, Noralie. In fact, I might try and get in contact with you and ask you that question. By the way, loving your current journeys in Pakistan. Absolutely amazing. I have to say, the quality of these roads is sensational. I mean, they are so beautiful. Now, I am taking a nice leisurely journey up here, but I could imagine that some of the really good riders on their sports bikes would be really thrashing it up these roads. This is what being on a motorbike is all about. My god, look at this. Looks like we're driving into a complete wall of just stones and rocks. Incredible. Wow, look at this. It doesn't get any better than this. It really doesn't. I'm glad I've come early as well, because there's nothing on the roads. Very few cars anyway. I say nothing, you've seen a lot of cars going back and forward, but I just... Oh, I've got a car coming up behind me now. I might let him get past me, I don't really care. I'm just enjoying this experience right now. Oh, lots of cars here stopping to take photographs, etc. I might stop on the way down and do the same thing. It's just so impressive. And the Africa Twin is just eating up the climb and the twisties. So beautiful. Like, obviously this bike was built for this sort of thing. Well, it was built for a lot more than this, but this is the this is my level, and I'm happy. I'll probably get overtaken by about 50 different bikes on the way up here, but that's great. It's fine. When you do start riding, if you've never ridden before, don't try and keep up with the guys in front. Go at your own pace. Enjoy your experience. If I want to be heart pounding adrenaline, I'll watch somebody on YouTube doing it, and that'll be great. Oh, here we go, here's some bikes. Oh, getting a wave, I like it, I like it. That's the biker community for you, just giving you a wave. But those guys look like they knew what they were doing. If you can look at the screen down there, you can see all the hairpins that are about to come up. This is a twisty, twisty road we're going on, guys. Look at that on the map. That's sensational. Okay, and here is the first one. Now, I can never tell what is the difference between a switchback and a hairpin. I'll have to do some Google research and I'll come back and tell you guys. But I am just loving this. My friend Ian, who I've done a couple of rides with so far, in fact I posted up a picture of me, rented a GS, and we went for a ride up into the Hatta Mountains. This is one of these roads where we'd enter it together and I'd just go, alright Ian, I'll see you at the top, and I would let him blast away, and I would just quite literally just dander my way up, feeling at one with the world. But Ian would definitely be tearing up here. Oh, we got 5.4% incline over the next, I think it's 5.4 kilometers. Now, that was 5,400 meters. The restaurant's only at 1,484, so I can't think of what is 5,400, or maybe that's the top, the very, very top of the mountain. Well, if you look up there, guys, you'll see the road that we're going, all the twisty up there. So see, it's all been well constructed, lots and lots of support there. So beautiful, so beautiful. I really hope this is recording. Can't see anything on the screen, but I think it switches off the screen to say battery power when you're recording. But it's fantastic, it really is. Oh dearie, a little bit of a wobble there as I hit the cat's eye. You know, the cat's eye was actually invented by some guy, I think it was in Yorkshire or Lancashire. And with all the money he had got, rumour is he just opened up a pub in his house. And he invited his friends there every day. And he paid for all the drinks with all the money he'd made. And he just, him and his mates just sat there and drank beer to the end of their days. Sounds like quite a nice way to see out your days, but then you come on a ride like this and you think, nah, definitely not. Wow. So amazing. We've got another 14 kilometers to the restaurant, which is great. I'm going to have a lot of footage here. So Sunday of this weekend is going to be editing day. I just really hope, I mean, because there's been some spectacular footage here, and I hope the angle of the camera is right. I hope it's not pointing down at just the dashboard all the time. So we'll see. Wow, look at this guy. I got 1100 cc's, 100 brake horsepower. This guy's got 2 legs and 1 horsepower basically. Now that's a lot more fun for a bike. All the effort of getting up there, and now you get all the fun coming back down. Oh Oh man, that must be so much fun after that big climb up here. Unless of course they just got someone to drive them up on the back of a car and then they just come down, but that would be a bit like cheating, I think. I think you really, if you want to enjoy the ride down on the bike, then you need to make the pain and just cycle all the way up. I wonder what time they must have set off this morning. Incredible. Wow. Lots of guys on the bikes there. Glad I've got my 1100cc engine here. Getting cooler as we get higher up in the mountains, which is nice. Still pretty hot, but can live with it. I think that's 9.8 kilometers to go, so fantastic. Wow, look at that. That's obviously for the rain, so it doesn't wash away, get rocks and everything and block the road. And obviously this is a little bridge we're going over, so the water can go underneath the bridge. Well designed. As I said, if you watch the likes of Itchy Boots, she's in Pakistan at the moment, and a lot of the roads she's driving on are in conditions like this, but they're just literally, they're just cut out. There's no barriers, and they often get closed because of rock slides and rain, etc. So it's great we live in a country like the UAE where they properly maintain their roads. Well, that's it. First leg of today's journey is done. Check out that over there. That is a cool Volkswagen Beetle. That has been decked out to the nines. So we're now at the restaurant at the top of Jebel, and unfortunately it doesn't open for half an hour yet. Oh no, there's some people going in now, so I might just go in. But just to let you have a look at the scenery of the place now. You know, I just said I'm not good with heights, but just look at that. Absolutely spectacular. This is us at the top. My bike is, hopefully I can see it here. I can see a shadow of it. So my bike's safely parked around there. And this is the view from the restaurant at the top of Jebel. We're not actually at the top. You can see the top's right over there. But this is, I think, as far as you can go with motorized vehicles. And it's where I've picked to have breakfast today. I think I've picked a pretty good spot. What do you guys think? I said it on the way up. I don't know if they're recording because the battery ran out on the way up, but how can something that's just made of rock be so unbelievably beautiful? And you can see over there the road that I've just ridden up. Beautiful, twisty, fabulous road. Saw a few bikers coming down it. Well, there we are, guys. We made it to the top, and I am now at the 1484 by Pool restaurant. I'm a little bit unsure, but I think the first battery I have ran out while I was driving up. Which is probably just as well, because you would have heard me wittering on about lots and lots of things. But hopefully it's worked, and at least we'll have some footage. And what I'll do is I'll make sure I leave the camera
on when we're going down the hill. Hopefully we'll see some beautiful views. I may have to get some extra camera batteries if these don't last as long as I think. I have seen some people, there's a guy called Eric who's doing Unamoto, and Eric's doing what he calls the big spiral. So he left Canada, went up to Prudhoe Bay, which is the most northern part of North America. And now he's doing a big spiral all the way around the world, and he's going to end up at, I think it's Low Point, which is the southernmost point of New Zealand. He's currently in the UK at the moment. And again, on the rare opportunity that Eric might see this, Eric, keep going, man. It's been amazing watching your journey, and the naysayers who were giving you so much grief, ignore them. I really miss the ability to send you comments, and don't let those guys stop you doing what you're doing. You'd never ridden a bike before, you'd never been off-road before, and you're now doing a journey that none of them not only have never done, they've never even contemplated it. So keep it going, Eric. But anyway, the reason I mention Eric is he has a power pack on his helmet that powers his camera. So that means he can literally record all day if he wants, and he's got a big enough SD card. So I might consider doing something like that, but I need to check and see exactly how long these batteries will last. Anyway, I'm going to grab my breakfast now, and I will speak to you after my breakfast, and I'll tell you what the next leg of the journey is going to be. Okay, bye.
Hi everyone, it is Sunday morning now. Did my drive on Friday, played golf on Saturday morning, went for a brunch and with some of my friends from work on Saturday afternoon, and this morning I've just finished the editing. Now it's just short of 25 minutes, and that's just taken us up to Jebel. So I think that's more than enough hearing me wittering on and showing you some of the beautiful parts of the United Arab Emirates. So I'm going to call this video to a close now, and maybe we'll make a shorter one of the rest of the day. I'll finish off by showing you the entire route on that little journey animator, and it was just short of 500 kilometers. It was 42 degrees at the end, and it's fair to say that that was a bit of a schleck. So, but thoroughly enjoyable. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and if I put any more up, I'd love for you guys to come and watch those as well. Okay, see you on the next one.